Hello and welcome back to Dial H for Heroclix. I'm your host. This episode we're going to be running down, catching up on some news that we missed out with all the fun Collector's Trove stuff going down. We're going to go ahead and get recapped and caught up about all sorts of cool things and exciting stuff in the world of Heroclix. This is episode 552. Howdy, howdy. Let's get rowdy.
Do you really want to click save?
Leadership,
Roll a 6, make a move extreme.
token up,
Take an action from your team. I go straight to your start, hypersonic speed.
roll a 5,
Getting brave, hitting blades, claws, fangs.
KO,
Stick and move, click a few just to hit a stop. Need a 3 CCE on a flurry close.
tear your dials apart.
Once the timer starts, do you really want to click save? What's going up must come down. Do you really want to click save? Baby, you gotta find the word you soon become. You're the best, the judge is wrong, but you amplify the damage on. Roll your dice for initiative, son.
Dial H for Heroclix is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock every day, including all the latest Heroclix singles and sealed products. Make sure you check them out at CoolStuffInc.com. Use code DIAL5, DIAL5, for 5% off your Cool Stuff Inc. order. And you can go to shop.whizkids.com. Go ahead and get some pre-orders in. Get that unicorn in, I suppose. Go ahead and spend $50 or more. Get that unicorn. Or if you
chase the rainbow, right?
Chase the rainbow. Race the rainbow?
Race the rainbow, pierce the rainbow with the horn on your head.
That's right. You can do so at shop.whizkids.com. Jordan, like always, in the studio is Ian Eggleston. What's going on, Ian?
Always going.
What made you
Per
happy
usual.
this week, dude? What's
I'll tell you
stuff?
what.
What's up?
What made me happy this week was canceling plans.
Heck yeah.
Sometimes it's so nice to do that, and sometimes it just doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Schedule changed up a little bit work wise, and just wasn't feeling it. Right after I did, I was like, wow, I'm so glad I did this.
You just feel way better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I did. Sometimes a former Ian commits to plans for future Ian, and then future Ian gets angry
Future
at former
Ian didn't want
Ian.
to do that.
Yeah, future Ian was not about this. You should have consulted with him. Hard guy to reach, though.
That's what I've been
He's a hard guy to find. So yeah, honestly, just really didn't do a whole lot. Just kind of caught up on things and
chilled.
Yeah, and it was
Vibes.
nice. Sometimes that's okay to do.
Sometimes
people.
plans are just replaced by some nice nothing.
Some nice nothing. In all honesty, yeah.
Yeah.
I am back in the swing of building too, so that's been preoccupying my mind a
That is
lot
sick.
more. And yeah, I've got some really stupid teams. Got some potentially competitive teams. A big wide range of. I don't even know.
I should show you the team we have to. We can get into it later, but our locals this week is just ridiculous for what the scenario is. So I'm really excited for it. I think it's gonna be just.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be really dumb.
Yeah.
we can min max it maybe later.
Min-
I think it's
min-max
pretty min maxed if I'm being honest with you. I think, I don't know how it gets dumber.
My hands are tented.
Okay, cool. We can get into it. What made me happy this week though? Today I hit Lord as Captain America.
Ooh,
that was pretty
Lord
big.
Cap.
I was stoked for that.
Yes.
I got out of this competitive game, which was one of the most annoying competitive games ever, where all 4 of these people, it's one other person, it's me, a random, and then 4 people that were clearly mic'd up, in a team or something, right? They were all talking. 3 of them insta-locked duelist, and then 1 was playing support, and then they were just complaining about me as Captain America. Wow, so you're not really tanking, are you? I'm like, it would be great if I had one other
Be
tank.
the change you wish to see.
Yeah, if I had one other tank. The
I'm
worst part
playing
is,
off tank. Play a tank, dude.
It's hard. No one was even. I even said the second go round on Clintar, I was like, hey, we could win the push. We lost the defend, but we could win the push. They didn't fully cap it. If someone could just go tank with me.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, well, if you have trouble tanking, I might switch to Mr. Fantastic. No, you're missing the point.
No, stop this
please go tank with me.
Yeah.
Please, I would kill my kingdom for a Thor. But anyways, even though that game was just, and they were just yo, Cap, I don't know if this is it, man. I don't know what you're doing. Can you switch to Penny or Groot? And I'm I just typed in I-Cap only. It's no, I'm not giving you any more time than that. But yeah, hit Lord as Captain America. It really rocks. Super excited. Did you see the new Infinity War Captain America skin that's coming? to Marvel
No.
Rivals? Yeah. They're doing Infinity War
Did
Captain
not.
America skin. I'm stoked for that. So that's coming out tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Gonna
Wow, that's soon.
Drop some coinage on that. Yeah.
I will say, just about Marvel Rivals, it is insane that I haven't spent money on that game.
Fair
It's
enough.
the Marvel IP, but the skins and the cosmetics and really just the overall design of the characters,
They've been so bad.
it's like a 4 out of 10. Like
Yeah.
it's insane. Like they could literally just steal money from me if they're like, "Hey, here's like 3 classic costumes." Even if it's a character I don't really play, like I've never even played Iron Fist, not once. They make that classic Iron Fist skin. Guess I'm maining him. Guess I'm learning how to, dude, because it's that good.
The popped disco
Punisher?
collar and everything.
Yeah, give me
Yeah.
the OG Punisher skin. That's like a t-shirt, dude. Buying it. Wolverine, they did it like the movie costume. That one I'm
Which is
close.
like the closest. That's
Yeah.
the closest to like comic accurate,
But
right?
out of spite, because they made his original costume so bad to get you to buy that costume, I'm like,
I
don't think I can do this.
Wolverine is like guy with hair, jacket, and massive sneakers.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
it's such a weird
I went to high
design.
school in the 80s with
Yeah.
Marty McFly. Like it's so
Oh.
bad. And it's just, we could go down the list. We're not going to, but like seriously.
Oh, pretty much every character. If they had like their classic spandex, like whatever, like a Captain America that has his chainmail and just normal
Yeah,
like
dude.
shield and stuff.
Probably would
Oh,
buy that.
Yeah, that'd be
Like
insta-buy.
Thor,
That-
his design's
that-
fine.
That costume from the whatever.
Yeah, that's
was
cool.
pretty dang close. That was like
The-
pretty dang
the
comic
event
accurate. The
costume.
Night Rises, Bloodstorm, Mr. Fantastic newspaper event, whatever.
Yeah,
it's
whatever
called,
that.
right?
The
Like,
too many tabs in the game
way
too.
too many tabs. 100 assists. you need to
Magneto's base skin I initially did not love, but now I'm like, okay, this is fine. This is
get. He
cool.
kind of has a comic accurate skin too, though.
Yeah.
closer to it. Same with like Psylocke. She kind of has a comic accurate one too.
True,
which is
true.
nice.
Spider-Man got Spider-Man's costume.
His is pretty simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, like he got it. Like, you could
True.
literally just like paint that black, sell it for $20. Money printer.
That would be sick.
Instead, here's like the Chinese New Year Star
I know,
Lord.
literally, who cares?
Like I don't get it. I
What I
understand
don't get
that
is,
you
like-
have to do these kind of things, but
Right.
you have this. It's comparable to Green Lantern movie, right?
Okay.
Where you have all of this source material to work with, and all of it is so good and so cool looking, and instead you go, give me Hector Hammond.
Hector Hammond fart cloud, please. That would be perfect.
You combo that up for me. It's just like,
Yeah.
it's insane.
It is bad.
You have all this to reference, and you go, how about you just like put a light bulb on this dude's head or something, like, and give him a lightsaber? Yeah, that people like
It's
that,
the
right?
worst.
But I mean, I presume they're selling well because they're continuing doing it. Whenever
I
they
would
launch
think so.
like a classic Moon Knight too, don't give
That'd
me the
be cool.
movie or the TV look. Give me just classic Moon Knight. And I get
Dude
what
wearing
this is
white.
setting in like this. The setting of this is like
It
$20.99.
is $20.99. Yeah.
Don't care.
No, I don't care at all.
Don't care at all. No one does.
No.
Sorry. Like, make the characters look like the characters, and you can just have like all access pass to my wallet. But here
It
we
would be
are.
nice. Instead, we have like 1950s diner squirrel girl for some reason, and just other just like horrible skins. It's
The
like,
zombie
why?
Doctor Strange, I would probably buy that skin. I don't know
Oh,
when
is that
that's
one
coming
coming
out.
out?
No, it's not. I don't know when it is.
If it existed, that would be sick.
That one is really, really cool.
Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange, zombie. That would be baller.
Even the classic Magneto skin that they made, they give him these like stupid, pointy.
right, they add
Why?
extra bits of flair that just kind of it reeks of over design. Right?
Yeah,
that's the real.
yes,
That's the problem
yes.
with everything, right?
Nail on the head,
Yeah.
dude. Just.
What if I just fidgeted with this, and this? It's like, but what if you didn't though? What if you just kept it simple? You know,
Yeah,
keep
just
it
put a
simple,
bunch of little
stupid.
dots and make it look. It needs to look more like he's in a Gundam. I feel like that's a majority of the designs. It needs to look more like a Gundam.
I hate that Gundam Captain America skin. I never see it because it's stupid.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
awful.
And
It's
that's
truly
a
awful.
majority of the skins.
Yeah.
It should not be hard to sell a costume. That, in my opinion, is the best part of
Yeah.
superheroes, is their costume.
I would kill for a classic Namor skin. The
Yeah.
closest we have is like
Again,
his new surface.
just
yeah.
underpants.
It's what yeah, literally underpants.
Here's $20.
Yep. And I would be stoked. I'd be through the roof about that.
Crazy.
I'd be like, this is amazing. This is a
Venom.
box.
Yeah, here's icy Arctic Venom, which I admit is kind of cool, but again, You could just do different stylizations of Venom and print money.
Dude, Todd McFarlane with the blue highlights Venom, black with
That
blue
was a
highlights.
beta skin.
Oh, was it?
Or the cyan Venom.
Yeah, where he's like more blue.
I think
than
that's
he
maybe
is
like Marvel vs.
black.
Capcom-y reference-y.
Oh, sure.
But it's like a light blue.
I was
anyway,
talking more so about like when they highlight black using blue. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
okay,
Like,
yeah,
that
yeah.
would be really cool.
that is cool.
Yeah.
And yeah,
But-
again, all access pass to my wallet. You can have my money if you make skins that make sense. Stylistically, Marvel Rivals is seriously awful,
Oh, it's really
but
bad.
the gameplay
It's really,
is
really bad.
fantastic.
Fire. It's
and
amazing.
Sorry if
It's
you're
like
not on that train
Marvel
yet.
has not
Somehow
really
get
made
on it.
Good, besides the Spider-Man games, apparently. I don't know. Never played them. Marvel's
They rock.
not made a good game in a long time. Like a good video game. You know what I mean?
They've got the Wolverine clone or the
that
Wolverine.
looks cool. I'm excited to see what that
Yeah,
looks
it's like
like.
Batman.
There's the Captain America Black Panther game that's apparently coming out here soon. I'm really
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't even heard of that. If
No?
I'm being honest, no.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
fair enough.
Out of the loop, I
I'm sure
guess.
half our listeners probably haven't heard of that. Obviously, I'm hyper excited for it because my main dude is like the lead.
Is Black
character.
Panther.
Yeah, of course. Obviously.
Yeah, dude.
Duh. Black Panther, Gabe Jones, Okoye, or
Yeah,
1949 version of Okoye, whatever that one is. Yeah, 1944, somewhere in there, 1943, whatever.
You can tell you're a massive fan.
Huge Black Panther fan, dude. Can't wait. That's really all I'm getting it for. Although speaking of video games, I did also pre-order the Ultimate Edition of Doom Dark Ages this week, so I am stoked.
A little
for
physical
that one.
copy.
I did, yeah, a little physical copy, a little statue, all that stuff.
Okay,
like
okay.
everything like the $200 Ultimate Edition comes with, you know. Oh yeah, when it's Doom, yeah, 100%
fair.
dropping the money on it. I should have dropped it on there for Doom Eternal back in 2020. I should have, but I didn't. And now I'm like, you know what?
Happens.
Now I've got to get it. Now I've
The
got to
only
do it.
collector edition I kick myself for not buying is the Halo Reach one.
Oh, fair.
I still really want that statue, but now it's to a point where it's too expensive that I'm like, I don't need to own that.
Yeah.
Or the guns
Fair.
are missing, or whatever. Found it. I think I've said this already. I found it at like a used
consignment
store.
Yeah.
And they wanted like $60 for it, and like half of it was missing. I'm just like, we're in Vermilion, South Dakota. Why are you like trying to shark me eBay style over here? So yeah, just bought a
That
couch
consignment
instead.
store is so weird.
It
Like,
was,
there's
dude. Mm-hmm.
stuff where it's like some of it's like really cheap, and then there's most of it is like oddly expensive. Like, what are you trying to get? Are you serious?
Yeah, like
know?
recognize what you are.
Yeah.
Know where the deals come from. You're not where the deals are made. Okay.
Yeah, it's true.
Nice try.
That is true. But
This ain't Pawn Stars.
no, your consignment shop a mile out of Vermilion. Oh, goodness gracious.
Show me
Well,
Rick Harrison. Maybe we
let's-
can have a different conversation, huh?
I'm going to be calling an expert. I need to get an expert opinion on this Halo Reach statue. What's it worth? Well, you see it's missing half of it.
It also
So-
appears to be dusted with Cool Ranch Dorito crumbs. A true gamer owned this.
Goodness
All right.
gracious.
Well, we have HeroClix.
Let's
to
talk about HeroClix. We're just kind of looking at recent news. A few packages came out, so we get to fully see the Warriors of Wakanda and Cap's Kooky Quartet. These are the new HeroClix 400 line, where the characters make a 400-point HeroClix team and can also be played like a 300-point team and stuff. I think it's cool. I like it. It's blue and yellow. It's got Captain America on it. It's all that matters. It says Cap's Kooky Quartet. Coolio. The Warriors of Wakanda looks like a sunset silhouette on the Wakandan plane.
Always
I
emphasizing
guess.
that purple.
Really do like the purple there. And then we also see, we don't see box art, but we see the 4 characters that are going to be in the Spider-Man HeroClix 400 with, we see Gwen. Gosh, I almost said Gwenpool. Spider-Gwen, Venom, Spider-Man doing a little pose, and then Miles Morales doing a crouchy arm.
In a 100-point
pose.
Venom, after the strength of the starter sets, gives me hope.
That'd be cool.
I'd like to have a
He
really
looks
good Venom.
Beefy yet short.
Yeah,
You know what
he's
I mean?
got to be
Compared
bigger.
to
I need
Spider-Man,
him bigger,
I think
man.
He needs to be a little taller, but I do hope he's like just
The
beefy.
common in Superior, or not, sorry,
Beyond Amazing.
Beyond Amazing. Jeez.
That was a pretty stout Venom.
That was a stout Venom. Yeah,
He was nice. Yeah,
he was
I liked
close, but again, get those traps up.
It's true. He needs to be Trap God Venom.
You got to be Trap God
He needs
Venom.
it. He needs it. Mm-hmm. The Heralds of Galactus Iconics might have some of the coolest box art
Easily,
I've seen.
this
We
is
have
insane.
crazy, like glowy-eyed Galactus reaching after this, like zooming past Silver Surfer. And then on the inside, we get, I always liked T-shirt Galactus. T-shirt and shorts, like skirt Galactus.
Yeah.
Thought that was always a cool look. And then we get to see it's Firelord, Airwalker.
Airwalker, yeah.
Nova,
Yeah.
Silver Surfer, Terrax the Tamer,
And
Axe Guy. Who's this dude?
Dude,
I always want to call him Magog, but I know he's not Magog. Is he Mangog?
I always want to call him Korg, and it's not Korg. It's like Cord. I think it starts with a K. I could be off.
Anyways, he's this axe dude who's shirtless, who's got bumpy, weird skin. He's bald. He also just swinging an axe. Looks cool. Heralds of Galactus.
Looks really sick. Like, oh my gosh.
The X-Men. The first appearance X-Men also looks dope. And I love it every time they do this, when they do the recreating the cover that it's an Iconics of with the Heroclix figures, just showing off how incredibly like comic accurate the Heroclix sculpts are. And it's got that X-Men #1 with the Magneto with the little bubble shield. Freaking Iceman being all gloopy icy. I like this a lot.
Yeah.
Throwing snowballs at him. And then, yeah, Cyclops, little laser beam. Angel with his battering ram. Beast swinging around. Marvel Girl.
Someone's going to
dancing
mod that into an RPG.
It basically already is.
It looks
right?
like one,
It
yeah.
looks like he's got that thing. Like, I mean, and like in reality, like, what's Angel doing? He's just a dude with wings. So I guess he's got to train himself to punch good.
He's getting clipped.
You know what I mean? Like, he needs...
It's like one of the worst. Well, it's not one of the worst mutations. Somebody will be like, actually, there's someone. Whose
there are
superpowers
worse.
Exploded one time.
There is that guy. There's the
guy who
dude
just
covered in
throws up
eyeballs.
poison.
Dude throws up poison. There's the guy that like gets forgotten.
Oh yeah.
As soon as like they turn away, they're like, "Oh, who was I talking to again? Don't even know that guy." Right? There's like that dude. Like, there's worse mutations than like having wings. Like, flying is cool, but like,
so inconvenient.
oh yeah, they're just massive. Like, Storm can fly.
Imagine like going to bed
then-
with wings.
Oh, it is awful.
I mean, are you sleeping like a bat?
You gotta be sleeping on your side, right? You gotta be a side sleeper for life.
You think your wings like cramp up? You think you get Charlie horse in your wings where you're like,
sounds miserable.
nah,
just
not
a
flying
little-
today. Horse the wing. Anyway,
No, I really can't.
It's
go
a
on
really
this
cool
mission, guys.
Iconics.
It looks like a great box art. I like the,
the
purple
Magneto
greens.
sculpt is so. Oh
Kind of
gosh,
funny.
it's so
looks
cool.
like he's got this disc that he's holding in front of him.
I really like it.
looks
I
really
love
funny.
classic Magneto. Magneto is just one of my favorite characters,
Yeah.
costumes. So that one is a definite buy. Honestly, both of those are definite buys for me.
Yeah,
Yeah, just for display
they just
alone.
look sick. Yeah, those are
Insane.
great boxes. Continuing the trend of great boxes, we get to see
Yes.
Smash and Destroy's box, which is like this brick wall that you see like Hulk and Abomination fighting through. But then like there's like concrete on the top. There's this really cool like warning tape. And then
There's
this
a
little
Hulk on
warning
the top
sign.
too.
There's a Hulk on the top. There's a Hulk sculpt on the top.
Usually
And
that's
it's really hard to tell what it
occupied
is.
by the Ultra Chase.
Well, it's typically an Ultra Chase, or like in the Deadpool like case, it was Deadpool and Death was on top.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
an Ultra Chase or a chase of some kind, right?
Sure.
Typically, so probably can assume this is like some beefy version of Hulk. It's kind of hard to see what it is exactly, which version of Hulk.
Booster art's a bit slanted.
green,
Looks
and
like he
he's
might
throwing
be
punches.
punching through something.
I know,
Or
it looks
punching
like a
somebody.
brick wall, punching through a brick wall, maybe destroying it, kind of like how Juggernaut is running through a brick wall.
Mm-hmm.
So on the side, we get to see Juggernaut and this sand lady.
I don't know what that is.
whoever she
Like
is.
Lady Wendigo.
Zero clue.
Wendy lady?
Zero clue, but she's just all like
Wendy's?
that one. Wendy's? I'm thinking Wendy's.
Yeah, it's Wendy's.
But what I love to see is that we get to see the Wrecking Crew. We get to see Bulldozer and Wrecker
Mm-hmm.
up in the top. And I don't know who this lady is, if I'm being honest. She
I
does not
can't
look
tell,
like a
no.
traditional member of Wrecking Crew. She doesn't look like Titania. I don't know who she is. But Wrecker and Bulldozer, that's cool. So I can only assume we're going to get Pile Driver and Thunderball, which rocks. The Wrecking Crew rock.
Mm-hmm.
So very fitting for a set called Smash and Destroy. And then we also get a look at the Play at Home kit, which is going to have like a generic military police and then Red Hulk.
Is
Kinda
that
cool?
Oh,
I just
I
assumed
thought that
this-
was like Thunderbolt Ross.
Oh, I guess it might be.
But he does, just have
Doesn't have-
MP
doesn't have
on
a
his helmet.
mustache, but he just he has got
Oh.
MP.
Enhance.
Enhance, no mustache. Okay. Maybe it is Thunderbolt Ross, or I don't know. It would be weird if it was like a generic in like it, right?
Yeah.
Could be Glenn Talbot.
Either way,
or
two
whatever.
figures in the play at home is cool.
Yeah, I like that new trend a lot that we've been seeing since Black Panther and Collector's Trove. It's going to have two people to play at home. I like seeing it. I'm pro that. I'm pretty stoked.
Yeah, continuing the trend with everything. We also
All this new
have the
stuff.
exclusive that we mentioned at the beginning of the episode, the unicorn.
And the unicorn's
So-
cute. I like the unicorn. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool. I don't know. We'll just get into it. So it's 150 points. It's either 5 clicks or 10 clicks of life, right? So pretty fun. Animal, Deity, Mystical Pass, Speedster, Mystic's Team Ability. Race to the Rainbow is the trait. At the beginning of your turn, if a rainbow terrain marker generated by Unicorn is not on the map, generate a rainbow hindering terrain marker exactly 6 squares away. When Unicorn moves through a rainbow terrain marker after resolutions, you may place it on this card. Okay, interesting. And then second trait, free. It's called Rainbow Rush. I would have killed if they would have called it like Sonic Rain Boom, Rainbow Dash, any My Little Pony reference would have rocked.
Ew.
Fit it into another
Stop
episode
this
so soon.
Immediately.
Free. Remove up to 3 rainbow terrain markers from this card. For each terrain marker removed, until your next turn, modify speed +1, and Unicorn can use the following effects depending on the number of terrain markers removed. So it's up to 3, so it can do +1 speed, and then charge and flight, so it gains that, right, if you just remove one of them. If you remove 2 of them, it gets hypersonic speed, ignores characters. Cool enough. And then if you remove 3 of them, it's close combat expert, exploit weakness. So these all stack, which is really cool. So removing up to 3 makes it kind of punch like a brick house a little bit better. If you do 50 points, it's a hypersonic speed exploit, 11 for 4. Pretty cool, ignoring characters, right? Or if you just remove 2, it's hypersonic speed, ignores characters at the very least, right? So that's kind of neat. You could equip it with Bucky's arm or something else to give it close combat expert if you're worried about that. But at the very least, you can always get charge and flight, ideally, right? You always will have that with +1 speed. So that's kind of cool. At least it's charging for 4 on its low line or 5 on its high line with the +1 speed. So that's something. And then its special speed power is the rarest creature of all. Stealth. Opposing characters with a blue, bronze, or purple rarity tab can't target Unicorn unless they began the turn adjacent to it. Protected Pulse Wave. I would have really liked this to be Protected Outwit. I know you still have to be adjacent or have improved targeting or hindering terrain to outwit this through stealth, but it would have been really nice for this to have Protected Outwit. But this is super cool and creative. We've never seen this before, where it's referencing the color of their rarity tab. So Unicorn is more rare than everything else. So anything that's like, an ultra
Collector
base.
mentioned tabs, just saying.
Oh, he did? Oh, okay.
Right? Because it was like if you had one of each rarity.
I guess he did. I don't know. This is in a different way, though, right?
It's in a different way,
in a different
but
way. It's kind of unique.
Still, it was,
No, that is true. He did.
The tab is
You're not
technically
wrong.
like a game mechanic.
Yeah,
I guess
it's fun.
I dig it though. I like the speedster keyword on it. I think that's really funny.
Yeah, I love the sculpt. It's got this rainbow effect that it's jumping up off its pill base, off its Twinkie base, which is really cool. So
it's definitely
I
like a
that
good
a lot.
incentive. Like this is not a piece that I think, there's going to be a lot of people who are like really excited about it, but I also don't feel like it's a piece that like everyone's going to be racing to own necessarily.
You could play,
and that's a good place for things like this to exist. Like if this is your
like,
wheelhouse, perfect.
I think
And if
really
it's not,
cool.
that's okay.
I want maybe like 2 of these, because then one of them can move through both markers. Right? There's no unique thing.
For Rainbow Terrain
Move
marker
through
generated by
marker.
Unicorn is not on the map. I guess if it was, they could.
By Unicorn, it means that's self-referential, right? Not
Yeah.
by 8. Yeah, so it would be able to generate a few. You could
You could get a rainbow
you could
going.
max
Double rainbow?
Double rainbow. There it is.
Oh my gosh.
There it is. Took
All
us
the
no,
way across the sky.
Took us no time at all. So I think Unicorn's pretty cool. I think I'll pick up like 2. Yeah, I think he's actually really cool. He's kind of fun.
Something mystical.
Something
with your
mystical.
purchase.
Something mystical this way comes. But also,
It
Ian,
was
do you
the
want to talk about?
Sandman. Oh my goodness. Another Iconics. The Iconics are flowing out this month along with Collector's Trove. So much to collect. And this guy, I think, is pretty interesting. Coming in at 75 or 40, we have Dream, who is Power, Cosmic, and Mystical.
Dream,
Team ability.
Dream.
Nightmare. Endless, Cosmic, Mystical, and Ruler keywords. He has the quest for his tools. Is this Dennis Reynolds? My tools!
Gosh, dude, I almost
My
did a
tools!
spit take there. I need my tools.
I'm on a quest. I'm on a quest for my tools.
It's so funny.
But that is when
Dennis's
Dream
weird
KOs.
sex stuff. They're my tools. Like, okay.
When Dream KOs an opposing character after resolutions, he may generate and equip a vestment equipment that's not already equipped to him. Dream may be equipped with any number of equipment as long as they're all vestments. So we'll get into those momentarily. He also has another trait, which is Dream of the Endless. Once per turn, when an opposing effect re-rolls one or more dice, you may re-roll that roll. When Dream is KO'd, this effect continues for the rest of the game, protected Pulse Wave. That feels pretty strong.
That seems like a really strong ability, yeah.
Reroll one reroll a turn. Oh, you rerolled? I'll reroll your reroll.
Yeah.
And that works on, like, if somebody were to reroll a single die with something like Kevin, you now have the ability to reroll it too. So there is, like, additional manipulation past just like a breakaway or an attack roll if your opponent's shooting for that. He also has an attack ability, which is the Gift of Eternal Slumber. Incapacitate. When Dream uses it until your next turn, when a hit character is given a free action, after resolutions, deal that character 1 unavoidable damage. That's really solid. 1 unavoidable, like anytime you see the word unavoidable,
yeah,
I feel like you can't overlook it entirely. Unless it's against you, then that kind of sucks. But yeah, like a triple or a double target incap with 6 range, and hit characters taking free actions get penalized, seems like a good way to kind of slow the game down, which is always nice. I always like fun uses of incap too.
Yeah,
incap is a power that I do actually really enjoy building around. And then closing out, he has Lord of the Dreaming, which is leadership and shape change. On top of that, he's just a phasing special, super senses special at its top tile, but he's 10, 12, 19, 3 with that 6 range dual target again. At 40, he's 9, 11, 18, 3 with phasing, the attack special, super senses, and shape change. I think this is a figure that, yeah, there's some potential there if his abilities are like relevant enough in the game. I think free actions right now are in a really weird spot with Beetlejuice existing.
Yeah, I say a weird spot is probably the best way to put it.
Well, like, in all honesty, I'm not that scared of Beetlejuice anymore.
Oh, wow.
I don't care about him that much
You're
anymore.
past the juice.
Yeah, I'm just building teams.
There you go.
You know, you don't. The thing is I feel like so many people. It feels like Secret Six, where everyone's like the sky is falling. Not that many teams efficiently bring him out. Do you need to have a game plan for him? Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
But in a lot of games, probably won't happen. So when it does happen, does it suck? Yeah, but you don't have to like hyper focus on it.
Right.
Just be ready for it.
Don't lose sleep over it.
Yeah, don't stop dreaming, guys. Make that team.
No?
So Dream's equipment, he's got Dream's helm. All the qualifying keywords on these are endless, so it's him. And so he can have one of these for free to start the game, and then he can equip the others throughout the game as well. So it's Power Cosmic. If this character already has Power Cosmic, when they use Willpower, they succeed on a 3 through 6. That's really solid.
Yeah.
Like, probably the one I'd start him with.
Yeah, just solid. Seems like the best one for him to start.
At the same time, the Pouch of Sand. I immediately back to Always Sunny when Cricket is in the wrestling ring. It's like, I feel like if I just get in that ring, you're going to throw sand in my eyes too. And he's like, yeah. So this character gains an extra bolt. Incapacitate. That character can already use Incapacitate. When they use it after resolution, heal this character 1 click for each hit character. So nice little healing, another bolt, so you can potentially lock down some people.
Start him with that one. I probably wouldn't start him with sand.
Probably not, but maybe.
Yeah.
And then the last one is the Dream Ruby, which is barrier shape change. Could see you starting with this one as well.
This one I'm kind of leaning the most towards.
If this character can already use shape change, when they use it and succeed, after resolutions, deal the attacker damage equal to the attacker's printed damage value.
Like Dream already has shape change, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that seems like a really good one to start him with.
There's just so much battle fury out
defense.
there.
Sure, fair enough.
Willpower and leadership are just so good. So yeah, just making it so he never has to take tokens.
Yeah.
What I don't like is immediately I looked at this figure and I was like, oh, he'd be so good with a motorcycle. But then you're losing value on these things, and then you can't equip them later. It's like, it's a little tough. But I do like this figure. I think he's got a good opportunity to have some like tempo control in the game. Because yeah, just punishing free actions is very good. And yeah, rerolls. I heard you like rerolls, dog. So I rerolled your reroll. I'm Dream Iconics.
We don't see a ton of effects that like continue after the character is KO'd. There's only been like a handful that I can think of. So
I think Avengers Infinity.
Pretty sick.
All the cosmic folk.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, all that.
Eternity and the other ones, Infinity. Yeah.
Yeah. This is pretty cool. This is pretty sick.
But yeah, overall, I think it's a really solid Iconics. I believe this one has hit stores now, so get your hands on it if you're a fan. I know this is a very, like, people are very, like, culty about this character and about this story, so.
Yeah, people are crazy into it.
So, if that's you, here you go.
Go get it. Check it out. Try it out.
Is your Sandman running? Well, you better go catch it.
Oh, gosh. Oh, goodness gracious. So, really quickly, Ian, what do you think of this team that I'm going to run on Sunday? We are playing all primes, so you can play as many primes as you want to on a team. It's 400 points. And so this was my team. Let me know what you think we could do to min-max it. But I think so far...
Absorbing Man, Sia, add-on Destroyer, or is it modern?
Oh, it's not modern, but I don't have Destroyer.
I do.
Oh, I don't like him, though.
No, well, he rocks.
Absorbing Man more. Absorbing Man's cooler, and he's Earth X. Anyways.
I feel like Mad Jim should be on this build. Okay, well, it's
Probably,
the build.
So here's the build. It's Kamo with Hell Cycle, Prime Colossus with Motorcycle, Micron.
He stays. He's just so tight.
He's just so cool. U.S. Agent, Reverse Flash with Bucky's Arm, Madam Xanadu with Cloak of Levitation. There's room to play around with here.
I mean, gosh, there's so many like disgusting primes.
Yeah, so many.
I don't know, where do I begin? Yeah, I mean, Destroyer and Mad Jim. Mad Jim
Those are good ones. Those are really good ones.
Can you not have Can you have like equipment on the sideline?
Yeah, you can have whatever else on the sideline. The only special is that it's 400 points Golden Age. You can play as many primes as you want. That's it. So that's the only caveat. So you can have equipment on the sideline. You can have whatever else on the sideline. It doesn't have to be just primes.
Oh, but
you just are allowed to play as many as you want. So I'm just saying.
Can you play the same prime?
No.
Oh, I was going to say, just play like they have a unique 4 Colossus.
Ugh,
just be that guy.
So gross.
Oh,
that would be nasty.
Primes.
Do you think we have enough answers to potential problems with this team? I would like to think so.
Dude, I honestly don't even know where to begin with this. Like,
right.
what primes do you run on this?
Primes am I worried about playing against?
Oh, jeez, dude. Yeah, I'm drawing crazy blanks right now.
Okay.
I mean, all of these figures, yeah, they're very good.
They're all good.
Obviously, Kamo, that would be like my number one pick.
Rocks,
Reverse
right?
Flash is probably number 2. And then, yeah, in this event, it's like you have to play Colossus.
I think you have to play Colossus, yeah.
Colossus has to be there.
I was going to put Blue Beetle on this team, but honestly, I was like, nah. I'm not
like
big
he'll
on
just
Blue
die.
Beetle. Yeah, I think he would just die.
Ooh, Domino could be fun. Domino's
She
really
would
annoying.
be-
Domino with
she
the
would
trick
be
arrows
kinda cool.
rocks, dude. That's a really sweet combo.
I'll add her to the scratch
That
space.
is scratch space.
I'll add it to scratch
Pencil
space.
her in.
I couldn't find a real spot for like Elsa, I didn't really
Man,
feel like
Elsa
she belonged.
and Mad Jim. You could
that would be kind of wild.
Yeah,
Okay.
you could load somebody up. Is there a prime that can have multiple equipments? Ra's al Ghul is a free prime. Does anyone have assassin
I
keyword?
don't know. Oh yeah, there you go. You're right. We could put him on the sideline. I'm sure one of these people has assassin.
anyone
or
an
maybe
assassin?
none
Probably
of them
not.
do. Just kidding.
Jokester?
None of them have. That one would be pretty sick. Triple perplex.
Yeah, it's
No?
not bad.
an idea.
10-point prime Hulk is probably something to squeeze
Ooh.
in. But at the same time, it's like your stuff's probably hitting hard enough.
Taking off
Everyone,
equipment.
the listener at home is sitting there going, Spider-Man, but you got to do...
No.
He can...
Absolutely
He can be
not.
retired.
Yeah, he's
Forever.
good. He's fine.
Ooh, Green Lantern Batman, I do
Green
love
Lantern Batman.
him. But man, he's so much stuff to take out.
He is. Yeah, I gotta get all my
All your
constructs,
constructs,
my
your
bat
ring,
belt,
your
my
belt.
ring. Yeah. That is just a lot. I used to be able to.
Oh,
play
Calder's
3 of these
favorite,
at a
Winter
time.
Hulk,
Hate her
yeah.
so much. Oh, I can't stand her.
Oh, Vision Prime is just dirty.
Ooh.
Oh,
That
he's
would
so
be
dirty.
That would be nasty, dude. This would be like a fun one. Like
Wrecker
Wrecker's like
Prime.
just a fun prime.
Yeah. Captain Marvel. Ooh, Ultron Pym.
Ultron
Oh my
Pym,
gosh.
Yeah. I feel like there's no way there's gonna be any theme teams though.
I
in this
mean,
event.
Primes that are also mission point figures. There might be something there that's really stupid, but that's
how many
probably
of
not
those are there?
particularly
Isn't
fun
it
to
just
play
like
against.
Ultron, Gamora? What other prime is a mission point figure?
Wrecker.
Wrecker, duh. Oh my gosh,
Bro.
that's just painful. That's
Party
not right
foul.
now.
Can't believe.
That's so disrespectful.
Can't believe that
I
just
love
happened,
Wrecker
dude.
so much. Oh yikes!
Embarrassing.
I guess this
Just
Kingpin
main
is a-
force destroyer. And then play him with Mad Jim and give him a power gem. So he's just 10 range, 13-6. That sounds like
Jeez.
fun to me, dude. Yeah,
oh my
that's my call. That'd be
gosh,
hilarious.
That's hilarious. It's so bad.
Now I'm thinking there's probably a way to work the ultimate
Destroyer's
nullifier into this
Herald.
build.
Okay, you just give him somebody for free too.
Man, Prime Apocalypse, I always wanted to be better than he was.
Yeah, I was never big on him.
You could be that guy and play Vulture.
No.
You could be that guy and play Black Leopard.
Yeah, no.
Oh, you could be that guy and play Batman with a microphone.
Oh, jeez. No. Yikes.
Calder's Blue.
Ugh.
Punisher War Machine. Ooh, scratch
Do you
space
have one?
him. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Come on,
Okay.
dude. I think I'd get rid of the
That one would be.
PWM,
That one would. The PWM.
which is what? Is that the same amount of syllables as Punisher War Machine? Punisher
No.
War Machine.
PWM. No.
PWM.
No. WM.
Punisher War Machine. It's one off. It's
It's
really
one off.
you're saving time, folks. You're
But
welcome.
it was one that was typed.
P Dubs.
Well, P-dubs. There you go.
Mr. P Dubs. Everyone knows that's Punisher.
That's
War
obviously
Machine.
Punisher War Machine. Who else?
I
could it
love
be?
him. That's my top pick so
That
far.
would be sick. He is
Ooh,
so
the
fun.
Storm Prime too. She's so good.
She's nutty.
Q, ew.
She got you gross.
Q.
Yeah, Q. Ew.
They're just
Yeah, no,
scrolling
thank
through
you.
primes and saying their names now.
That's it. That's literally it.
I loved Black Adam, but yeah, he's not very good
obviously,
anymore.
Citizen Steel.
Yeah,
course.
I actually when I
Okay,
pulled him, I
yeah.
did enjoy playing
He
him.
was fun.
Hard Act Batman, another figure that I wanted to like more, and just every time I played him, it was all right. It's an okay
The fact
experience.
that, like, for the longest time, the prime slot on your team was taken up by an ID card. Professor
Oh,
X,
Professor
Brood,
X.
Professor X, the colossal killer, colossal sniper, Brood, Professor X.
Yeah, dude.
Had to have him back then. Had to have him back in the day.
Man,
I do love Scourge. Scourge is like one of my favorite primes like ever made.
probably work him in.
I do love him. If we wanted it to be more of a fun prime team, there's a choice. This to me was like my fun and just miserable to play against Camo, Colossus, Micron, USA,
Simultaneously
Reverse Flash,
fun
Madam
and
Xanadu.
miserable.
Leaning more towards the miserable to play against though
Yeah.
side of things.
Anarchy is always a good time.
He is fun. He is one I have. There's a lot. Listener, this will be up before the event happens. If you have any ideas
400
on a 400
point
point
team.
where you can play as many primes as you want, as if they have a unique ring instead of a prime ring, let me know.
Nighthawk.
Oh, jeez, Nighthawk.
Stuff.
Oh,
Nightmare.
be that guy.
That's the
that's-
ultimate that guy.
That is a that guy freaking prime. Oh my gosh.
Ooh, Dark Flash. He was not ever that
No.
great, but I
Wow,
always
this
liked him.
looks Wild.
And one randomly existed on top of our microwave for like a week. And I was like, I don't know why this is here.
Worlds of 2023?
Probably, but I remember
That would
seeing
be
it
the one
sitting
that would
there
make
and
the
being like,
most
well,
sense.
if you guys didn't know a rule in our house, there has to be a Heroclix in every room.
In every room, yeah.
You know, ward off demons and whatnot.
Of course, that's their
So-
purpose.
For a while, he was there. Man, it'd be fun to bring back Silver Centurion and just nuke somebody with
Ooh, that would be funny.
Alyosha Craven with Camo.
Oh! Oh!
Dude, that
You're
shark could be
cooking?
swimming,
You're
dude.
cooking?
That shark could go anywhere.
Huh. Interesting. I'm kind of...
Take me to New York, I want to see. Yeah, that came.
Goodness gracious.
That'd be a good one.
That'd be really funny.
The Caped Crusader. I know he would just die,
Yeah.
but I love that figure. The first Prime
Cool.
that I really. I mean, it was like the first wave of Primes, but man,
Right,
that
yeah.
figure rocked. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
It'll be a
this
fun
seems.
event. We could see what happens, but...
I'm
those are
telling you,
currently-
man, just
that's
play
currently it.
play Destroyer Mad Jim and Power Gem him up.
Oh, gosh.
That sounds like a blast, dude. Pick an open map and be like, let's just
Pretty
go.
funny.
I mean, dude, is anyone going to
Let's
want
just
to deal
rock.
with that? I don't think so.
No, probably not.
You got him sniping, Colossus just stunting and fronting, Camo cooking up deals with the little shark bystanders, little couriers of damage.
Little bing, 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 bing.
Bing, bing, bing,
Arr,
bing,
arr,
bing.
arr.
Colossus bash,
Bite my ankle.
mind control, run him out, sniper. Well, if you're sharing a team, then I gotta share. a team.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
So this team I have named Cats the Musical.
Oh, no. Cats the Musical, the movie, or just Cats the Musical?
If it was Cats the musical, the movie, then it would have to be a specific
Dangerous.
version of the film that was
Right. This-
taken
a
away
specific
from the fans.
cut that no one can find.
They can't find it. They can't find it. But so a figure that I know Calder enjoys and one that I really enjoy too. So I've been like extensively min-maxing this figure.
Okay.
I don't think this team is a min-max version of it, but it was
Okay.
my favorite one that came of it. So another thing is that not only do I like building with figures that I know Calder might actually like pilot my stupid ideas with, I also just love bystanders. So this is like one where I'm like, maybe I'll play this one.
Bystanders rock.
So that figure is Falcon and Redwing from the Black Panther set.
him.
And we'll just go over him quickly because he is very much the crux of the team. So he has Nothing We Can't Do Together, which is when Falcon and Redwing start the game, generate a Redwing bystander. That's key. But the big thing is that if Falcon and Redwing is part of a theme team, when a friendly bystander would be KO'd, you may roll a d6, 4 through 6, place that bystander adjacent to Falcon and Redwing instead. So you have the ability to revive bystanders on a 4 through 6. That rocks. In addition to that, he also can take the keywords of any Captain America you're building with. This one does not utilize that, but trust me, I do have ones that do. And then the other thing is that he has telekinesis as free, but only to target bystanders, and then free make a close attack, but only to target a character that a character named Redwing hit this turn, regardless of adjacency. So he can punch through stuff, but like only if Redwing had hit them. So you can park Falcon in the starting area, keep him there. He can still be offensive, and he can potentially regenerate your bystanders, which this team has a lot of. So starting off the build, we have Butterfly, who, you guessed it, makes bystanders. You want to know what's
Oh, no
more
way.
annoying than butterflies?
What's
Butterflies that don't die.
Yeah, fair.
That is
Oh,
super,
fair.
super nasty. But on the sideline, the big thing I'm looking to bring in is Major Logan, because if we share a figure, then we get the +1 to our single D6 roll. So now our bystanders revive on a 3 through 6, which that's fun. We've got Man-Thing, which he is primarily on the build because he's a really good animal. This is an animal theme, and there's a good chance that we can play against one with Major Logan. So that's the hope. We want to get Major Logan going. If that doesn't work, Death Metal Wonder Woman's always a good option. You know, there's a few other things you can do. You could maybe even bring in Kevin. Don't love that, but you could. Captain America on a Pegasus with
Love
Mjolnir
it.
equipped because,
Dang, Mjolnir.
he's an animal, he's a beast, and yeah, it's free Mjolnir.
It's free, yeah.
That's just, how do you not put
No
that on
Bucky's
the build?
arm for the 5? But prefer the
No,
free
because
Mjolnir?
Bucky's
Okay.
arm is on Falcon and Redwing.
Okay, gotcha.
And so now they have close
Punches a
combat
little harder
expert.
when they do their
Yeah.
whole punch through thing. Okay, I like that.
A 6 super senses as well. If you bring in the Death Metal Wonder Woman, you can copy Wonder Woman. Now he just has senses. So a little more sustain. But the big thing is that he has Mastermind to bystanders through Dogpool Bystander, who he says he is a 15-point bystander. Adjacent friendly characters can use Mastermind, but only to choose Dogpool. So if they're not multi-targeting, if they're not hitting everything, if you can protect
Okay.
Dogpool, then he can revive and you can just keep Masterminding to him. On a 3 through 6, if Major Logan's in
That's
play and
pretty sick.
active. We also have the Prime White Tiger, who you guessed it, makes a bystander. And these ones hit like a truck. Oh my gosh. So the revive doesn't necessarily matter for that. But we are giving her Avatar of Khonshu as well to give her some prob, which is nice as well. But on top of that, she's just a solid attacker. So 40 points, she's a good bodyguard for our boy Falcon and Redwing. And if they do decide to base there, boom, the bystander pops out, and like you can just do so much damage with these bystanders. Closing out the build, we have Forearm, who, I'll be honest, man, I feel like this should be played in some way. He's a 15-point, 8-11, 18-3 with Charge Flurry, Super Strength, Invuln, and Empower. So again, park this guy next to Falcon Redwing. They're hitting a little harder even. Charge Flurry. You can TK this guy out for free.
good.
And then we've got Goose, who is a Flurry Plasticity, Giant Reach 2, 6'10", 17-1, with the big thing being Perplex. Because Animal really lacks good Perplex, so we had to find it somewhere. But yeah, the whole build centers around making a ton of bystanders, and then hopefully keeping Falcon Redwing alive via Mastermind, some super senses, what have you. But the team can just kind of infinitely throw itself at people, loses horribly to Pulse Wave. And it takes so many
Sure.
free actions.
Yeah,
So
that
Beetlejuice
is
also just stunts
very
on
fair.
this. But yes, Cats the musical.
Dang, that's
because you just have a
hilarious.
circus
Just all
of these.
all these little animals
Animals.
everywhere. I do like it. I like it a lot.
I think it could be a
No,
good
it's really
time
fun.
given
I
the
think
right
it'd be a blast.
circumstances.
And when it has like so many different targets, it's hard to like choose right, and then like the bystanders don't die.
So it's like Butterfly, you can move the bystanders adjacent
Yeah.
to him, mind control him. Redwing, he goes in and hits, you're punching through him. And then everyone else can kind of bodyguard. So it punishes your team with things that don't cost anything, forces your opponent to come to you. Granted, though, like if they can just come up and quake your whole team or like pulse wave your whole team, it can get real bad for you real quick. So there is that caveat. I'm aware of it, guys, but
Yeah, it can be a
You
little
know,
nasty.
it's Cats the musical.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
get your tickets while you still can.
Get them when you can.
Honestly,
can.
we could do a different Redwing build, let's see, for the next 5 episodes. I have built so much.
Really?
With
Holy
this.
smokes.
I,
All right, sure.
I really like
the
this
Redwing
figure.
build of the week. Now, this was Ian Eggleston's Redwing Falcon Redwing build of the week.
I've got one called Classic X-Men that has Falcon Redwing on it.
When you sent me that one, I died.
That one
I
is-
thought that was hilarious.
I think the furthest from X-Men any X-Men team has ever
Could
been.
ever
And it's
get.
modern.
And
It's not even using the old APOC Genesis keyword cheating. So, yeah.
I would always tell Matt Reed, because he loves APOC Genesis, I'd be like, yeah, just playing a classic, comic accurate X-Men team
Comic
this week.
accurate,
And
man.
it's just like not even close, obviously. Just cheating keywords so bad. Oh, it's hilarious. I love it. I love me some classic X-Men.
Yeah,
what
dude.
can I say?
Love the
Oh,
cover
gosh.
for this squad of monsters and brutes,
Dudes,
Sky
yeah,
Tyrant,
warriors, and whatever
Sicarian
else, just
Iron Man.
all jumbled and mixed together. Ah, shoot. Well, guys, if you want to go ahead and support Dial H for Heroclix, you can do so at patreon.com/Dial H podcast.
I thought we were talking about Iron Man.
Oh, that's right. I actually completely forgot about this. So we've been doing a lot of negativity lately
About Iron Man.
About Iron Man specifically. Wow, I completely forgot. Now, we're going to bring back one of my favorite old segments we used to do, which was called Casual Comparisons. In this segment, we're going to take 2 versions of a character. Typically, it was 3. It was done with 3 people, but there's 2 of us, right? And these are our favorite versions of the character, but really our goal is to find the most comic accurate version of this Heroclix figure, right? So we're going to take a comic character, and we're going to choose what we think is the most comic accurate dial they have ever gotten. So we have 2 here. Ironically, both have the chief complaint that we've had with Iron Man, if you'll notice, Ian. Do you see what I see?
Your options are very limited.
They are limited.
For a classic Iron Man,
I won't lie. The rules of this are, of course, is main universe. So if it's like DC, it's Earth 1. If it's Marvel, it's 616, right? So no movie figures or anything like that. No alternate universe stuff. We're just trying to find what we think an Iron Man that represents like a Tony Stark and a classic red and gold armor. Got the keywords you want to have. He's got the abilities that you want him to have, right? Something really simple, something really good. And I'll be honest, after looking at 113 different Iron Men, number 1, they give him barrier toughness ESD for defense, but that might be my new favorite thing that I dislike more than running shot energy explosion. The fact that his armor is like barrier toughness so many times, or like toughness ESD, like Captain America should have toughness and ESD. I don't know about Iron Man, so a little wild to me. I think these are the 2 closest Iron Man to comic accurate I could find. One more so for just like how he was back in the day and how like fitting he was.
honestly, looking through them, like,
was
there
tough.
was one for me.
Yeah,
and that's the
it's
one.
this guy. Ian, do you want to start with
Yeah, I'll
Secret
start.
Invasion?
The Secret Invasion 021 Uncommon Iron Man. This guy back in the day was honestly a beast.
He was iconic too.
So
he was awesome.
At 188 points, he was a 10-11-18-4 with running shot, energy explosion, invuln, and a damage power called Extremis, which was Iron Man can use Outwit and Perplex. When Iron Man is not using Outwit, he can use Super Senses. So that was a big deal.
That is cool.
It's one of the first instances of like invulnerability and Super Senses, and people realizing that is better than Impervious, especially
Yeah.
coming from 2 different sources. His dial in the mid-range clicks to some charge, toughness, and outwit. He then goes on to some pulse wave perplex and ending on some RCE and regen. Honestly, so the core issue of Iron Man being overcosted is still present here. But seriously, it's everywhere, unfortunately.
It really is.
The core issue of running shot energy explosion, I mean, maybe it's not that running shot energy explosion is the issue, it's that it's so much. And that's the issue. It's
just I get tired of seeing it on almost every single Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difficult thing.
Yeah.
Even like fanboy Iron Man here, who I looked at for a hot second and was just like, but he doesn't feel.
I was
like
really
Iron Man
excited
to me.
for him.
I was
I
excited
played him
for him, and I was just like, eh.
He was okay.
I was so meh on him for being 200 points. Right? Even he's just got running shot with a special power that gives him energy explosion. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's everywhere. This dude, force blast energy explosion.
I mean, let's draw a comparison to a potential DC counterpart, Batman. You know, similar in the regards of
a rich guy with
they're dudes.
Yeah,
because you're a rich guy and you have a bunch of stuff. Why do you want to get energy explosion?
Also true.
So it's like Batman has gotten, I mean, just about every attack power. He's gotten attack powers that let him pick attack powers.
Right.
Multiple times.
Shout out Trinity War Batman.
Shout out
Rocks.
the GC or the Gotham City board game Batman too.
Ooh, okay.
Like,
deep pull.
I think that aspects of Batman could be bled into Iron Man, and they would make Iron Man like way more accurate.
More of that variable threat.
Well, yeah, the
stuff,
variable threat. That's give him a defense power or an attack power called that, and allow him to be able to have variable things.
Right.
His suit has so many toys on it, in the same way Batman's belt does. More toys, I would wager. And I don't understand how that's only represented in energy explosion. So while this one does have like the core tenet issues of Iron Man, I do think that this is like, I remember like playing this, really enjoying it.
I love this.
The perception of this Iron Man was also fantastic. Like everyone was really high on this Iron Man.
Yeah.
Way back in the day. Maybe that's my rose tinted glasses, but I do remember this one being like,
I got this Iron Man from like the weird 3-pack, the classics 3-pack, and so I always really liked him. This was like I think that was like the first Heroclix thing I ever bought. Was that Punisher, Iron Fist, Iron Man classics?
Oh, that
3-pack.
Punisher was so good.
Oh, dude, he's so sick. He is so cool, and I loved this Iron Man. Like I thought he was awesome. I was like one of the first figures I ever got. So I was like, yeah, felt like Iron Man, looked really cool. I liked that it was like the Tony Stark like unmasked head. It was really sick. He's holding the helmet. I really like it. But I think I'm
also willing to give an
contender.
excuse here as well. This is the era where kind of everything was overcosted.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Especially
like,
looking
in today's
back.
era, where you have a 6-7 figure team on average, this was an era where it's like you probably had 3 or 4.
Yeah, it was
5.
Low. It's really low.
5 was that was big. So 188 points was still a lot, but even then, like it was a figure that could hold its own. And yeah, this is back also when Outwit and Perplex like had more of a cost associated with them. So getting both on your primary attacker, in addition to some like defensive capabilities, like this Iron Man was very much like a Swiss Army knife of his time.
I love that if you choose not to use Outwit, right? You still have Perplex. You're like a 19 with super senses and vulnerability. That's sick.
And that
like
was
back then. That's
a
really
big deal.
Yeah.
So I think that's in the same way we're talking about like the variable stuff. This Iron Man kind of was that.
Yeah.
Where it's like you're getting a full package of support and damage in this character.
Yeah.
So
very much
that was
so.
my pick for Iron Man. I think that is the best version of classic Iron Man we have gotten in HeroClix history.
This is probably a slight form of recency bias, you could say, but I do love the most recent legacy card for Iron Man. That is the M10 Iron Man.
It's a good pick.
That one was really iconic, but mostly he has a Iron Man power that I have wanted for so long. And looking through these, I did realize that the Prime from Avengers 60th kind of has a power like this, but I'll just get into it. So his divert power, special attack power, is free. Choose 2 combat values until your next turn. Iron Man modifies the first by +2 and the second by -2. Only bummer is I really wish he started with his attack power anywhere on his dial, but he doesn't. But he gets it at like points where it's like, yeah, he would be like, Jarvis, give it all to thrusters.
Clip that.
Jarvis, I'm gonna need you to clip that. Maximum pulse.
Yeah.
Jeez. When do we get an Iron Man? What do you think the over-under is? In a year from now, we get an Iron Man that has maximum pulse, which is like
if
pulse
they
wave,
sculpted
4
that,
damage. Dude, with the big
ball in front of him,
things? Yeah,
rock. If he gets energy explosion,
I would riot. He would need to get like choose a square, pulse wave from that square, locked like 3 damage.
Epic action.
Right? Like epic action.
It's close to it.
Oh my gosh. I mean, yeah, an ultimate is an epic action. Sure.
Yeah, man.
But like I've always wanted to divert power. Like there's an Iron Man that has ESD and you can choose to like that's the prime one. Like you can choose to not have it and he gets +2 attack, which is like close. That's not quite what I wanted, but like this one literally being, yeah, take it away from thrusters, give it to attack, take it away from defense, give it to damage. That's really sick, and I really like the flavor of that power. And then as a good legacy, he emulates the old Iron Man, in which would be his whole thing was like someone had like a resource or a relic, he would only take 1 damage at a time, which is really cool. This one does the same thing from an equipped character. Instead, he takes no damage and rolls a d6. On a 1 through 3, he is dealt 1 unavoidable damage instead, and that's protected pulse wave. So he just has a chance of like a 50-50 not taking any damage from a character that's equipped or just taking only 1 damage. Really cool. I really like that as well. And then he has some leadership perplex, and if he uses both, he can use regardless of line of fire or adjacency, which is pretty fun. So I just really like the flavor of the divert power ability. I really like he's simple enough. He's a running shot, energy explosion. I think Iron Man should have impervious. I feel like that should always be his like starting defense power is impervious. I feel like he's Iron Man, right? And I do love his 50-point line. It's running shot, Pensai, impervious with 4 damage perplex. It's a really solid 50-point line for Iron Man.
See, I hear the word Pensai, right? Or the phrase, I should say.
Yeah.
And I'm just picturing him like doing a laser beam.
Exactly.
And that's so much cooler than a blast.
I agree.
Just is.
100% agree. So.
I want to give an honorable mention here, too,
Okay.
to the free comic book day Iron Man for Mutations and Monsters, the 100-point one, who just had a defense special called Invincible, which was damage dealt to Iron Man is reduced to 1, which as a kid, I was like, oh my God,
that is sick.
That's amazing. And then somebody comes up, pings you for 1, and then lights you up. You're like, oh, well, that was lame. But anyway, he was 100 points, which was not overcosted at the time.
I like
10
this.
range.
What the heck?
The shield team ability, which was nice at the time. And yeah, it was like, at the time, again, you know, this is relative to like, what, 2008? 10? It's been too long.
Yeah, a minute.
Either way,
Hot minute.
he wasn't like, you know, destroying the meta by any regard, but it's an Iron Man you could put on a team and be like happy with, and just like he's pulling his weight, and that's that. And you know, simple enough. Doing Iron Man
I like
things.
this one a lot. Yeah, it's like 100-point piece.
And if we do a slight variation, Thor Buster from Hammer of Thor is my favorite Iron Man of all time.
Oh, sure.
Oh my gosh.
Fair
just
enough.
Single targeting pulse waving for like 7 damage with him. So much fun.
Heck
Just
yeah.
the delete key, man.
Heck yeah. Well, those are our choices for like what we think of the most comic accurate Iron Man is. Let us know. Send us an email.
Didn't reference a single comic in that entire segment.
I mean, it's like vibes, right?
Comic vibes.
Comic
Okay.
vibes. Like, what's the most like? What do you want to see out of an Iron Man? I want
What
to see.
comic is this Iron Man from?
This is
in
the
your
bleeding.
opinion?
I want to say this is the Bleeding Edge armor, right? So, what comic is he from? Oh, let me see.
It's not on HC units. You
Not
can't
on
cheat.
It's true. I don't know.
That Iron Man literally has a power called Extremis.
Yes,
I'm
you know he's
assuming-
from like the 2011, 2013 Extremis run.
I was going
Yeah.
to say, I'm assuming that would be the case.
This is Bleeding Edge, and also came out in 2012. So I would say a comic book from around 2012-ish era.
Yeah, the comic itself was prone to giving paper cuts, if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
This
The
is my
Bleeding
favorite.
Edge.
Like, oh gosh, goodness gracious. So like, if this guy wasn't horribly overcosted, this would be one of my favorites too. The 300-point common 001 Iron Man.
He
from Invincible
rocked.
Iron Man. I really like this one a lot. Honestly, he could be up there too. But this is my favorite Iron Man suit. The like just gold arms, right, with the red. This is like when you think of a classic old Iron Man. It's this one, right? It's the
Not quite old
1980s,
school, but not quite
super
new
old
school.
school, right? Yeah, not with like the weird. How he had like horns almost in this
Yeah.
first like few Avengers appearances.
the Wolverine wing.
It's just kind of
almost.
yeah, like
Yeah,
weird
it's
mask. This is the
strange.
one where it's like the rounded head. He's got the gold thighs, red boots. He got the gold arms. You know, red gloves. Classic. He has these. I don't know what these little bells were to the side of his armor. He had these little circles, you know, on his hips. But he looked cool. Like he looked like
He looks rounded. Yeah, it
he
looks
looked
just a nice
rounded, and
finish, you
smooth.
know?
Yeah. And so he just had traded. He had move and attack ability, which is like, and then that was it. And he just had stupid, crazy stats. You know, 12 for 4 precision strike, double target, destroyed blocking when he shot through it, ignored hindering terrain. You know, like this just had like a great look for Iron Man. Kind of the same thing. Why I really like the M10 Iron Man. He's got these cool flight effects. This like blue fun flight effect, right? But like this is probably my favorite like classic Iron Man armor look as well. It's really cool. So yeah,
there's been a lot of good variant Iron Mans. I will say that. That is where Iron Man wins.
That is probably where he shines the most, right?
Is the variant armors. There's been a lot of good ones of those. But as far as classic Iron Man goes,
it's not a lot. Standard,
we'll be here.
Standard like red and gold, classic Iron Man. And I guess, yeah, the comic accuracy I reference when I like this one, the biggest one is like the divert power thing, right? I feel like he's always doing that in comics, like Jarvis, divert power to thrusters, etc. Like all that stuff.
Yeah.
All power to attack mode, all power to defense, right? Just making him a 19 somewhere down here. I'm like, all right, get rid of my range, make me a 19 defense, help me stay in the game a little longer. It's pretty fun. But yeah, listener, let us know what you think the most comic accurate Iron Man is, or if you want to see more characters on casual comparisons here, go ahead and let us know. Who's a character that you think has a lot of really good comic accurate dials that might be hard to choose from? Send us an email, dialageforheroes@gmail.com, or a message on Facebook. Batman would be really tough.
While we were doing Iron Man, I was like, I'm going to look at Batman. I found 7 in like 5 minutes. I was like,
right, that feel really. I guess like, what do you want from Batman? Right, you want a good ability from like stealth. He always has stealth, right? But you want like a grappling gun probably represented. You need the utility belt represented, right? You want to have like detective skills represented. There's like a lot.
He's got to be able to fight. He's got to be able to outsmart. He's got to be semi-mobile. Off the top of my head, like the Out of the Shadows Batman is definitely up there.
Shout out,
just because he would just pop around and be annoying. It's like that's exactly what he does. But then at the same time, it's like highlighting his combat. You know, there's so many you can do for that one. Honestly, it's not accurate at all, but I just like this Batman, the chase from, gosh, why can't I think of it? The Scooby-Doo set. Oh, my God.
Oh, sure. Batman Team-Up.
Batman Team-Up. Yeah. Holy.
Just to take him one damage? Yeah. It is late.
I don't know. That Batman is just so statted out. He's a boss. Nothing to do with what we're talking about. Anyway, Calder.
Anyways, that's Casual Comparisons. Let us know who your favorite Iron Man is, your most comic accurate Iron Man is, and then let us know what else you want to see. Going on to questions for the show. Supercab asked, as of now, this is back in January 23rd, WizKids has not released a statement about releasing Spider-Verse product. Do you think they will address it? Do you think WizKids will release Spider-Verse earlier? I think it did end up coming out earlier, right? It's coming out in March-ish now?
Yeah, it's March.
So it ended up getting moved up a little bit, so Spider-Verse is coming out a little earlier. Izzone Bill says, Checkers/Rallies is bragging about having a BLT burger. Isn't that just a bacon cheeseburger? I think it is. A BLT burger.
I mean, a BLT is just bacon, lettuce, tomato.
Yeah.
A BLT burger. Yeah, that's just the toppings on the burger.
Yeah.
Just a stupid way of advertising it.
Ultimate 2099 said, everyone is doing a Collector's Trove review on their podcast. How about you two do a Spider-Verse review just to shake it up? I guess we could have.
We
guess we could have.
At this point, yeah.
Almost.
There's some cool stuff in Spider-Verse, no question.
And then Captain Awesome asks, are you going to do an extended Collector's Trove review just to cover the surprise objects? Nope. We already did our Collector's Trove review. It already happened.
It's like, it was 2.5 hours. Granted, we went through the one-shots just like past.
Rapid fire.
But I think that honestly, most of you guys can deduce for yourselves what's going on there.
One is like flight plus 1 speed. One is team player. One's ESD. Oh, breaks my heart that Captain America's shield is just ESD. It's the most expensive, worst version of Captain America's shield. Painful. So
I love that wild card one.
The wild card.
I will say that,
the
like
flute one.
As someone who has consistently missed the super rare A60 Spider-Man,
chameleon flute. Yeah.
That's giving out wild card to anything. Oh my gosh, yeah.
5-point shape change. Also one of the worst of ways of getting shape change, was also kind of a bummer.
Well, shape change is free right now, so it's okay.
Oh.
You got the phone booth floating around.
Right. Also that.
So that one doesn't bother me as much.
Tough. This hurts. Captain America's shield hurts. Physically hurts me. At
least that one will be easier to pick up.
Very true. I'll be able to just kind of get it and be like, all right, well, at least I own it. Goes to the Cap collection. I have another poker chip that has Captain America's shield on it. I have 1 million poker chips with Captain America's shield.
Yeah, we can make a custom Dial H token for this one.
Yeah. Really, yeah.
There you go.
Super necessary. Super necessary. And then Luke just had a clarification for the show where I haphazardly said that when one-shots, they're face up, you pay their cost to use their effect, and your opponent instantly scores. That is false. At the end of the game, you score all of the face-down one-shots.
But if you don't have a way to flip them back up, they essentially instantly score.
They are instantly scored if you are not. Because that's when everything is scored, is at the end of the game. Anyways, so yes, unless you flip them back up, they technically are instantly scored. But that's the episode, ladies and gentlemen. Let us know. If you enjoyed it, think again about supporting us on our Patreon. If you don't want to support us financially, but you want to represent, make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel, share some YouTube videos with your friends, fam, all that good stuff, and leave us a review on iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, wherever you listen to this podcast. Like always, this is the Dialage for Heroclix show. For all of your Heroclix content, unboxing, news, podcasts, and more, make sure you dial H. Like always, happy trails.
My little pony, what is friendship all about? My little pony, friendship is magic. I used to wonder what friendship could be, until you all shared its magic with me. When I was young, I was too busy to make any friends. Such silliness did not seem worth the effort it expends. But my little ponies, you open up my eyes, and now the truth is crystal clear and splendid summer skies, and it's such a wonderful surprise. Little pony, I used to wonder what friendship could be, until you all shared its magic with me. When danger makes me wanna hide, your rainbow dash to my side. Kindness never becomes supply, once bitten, twice fluttershy. For honesty, no pony can deny. You are the applejack of my eye, a heart that shines so beautiful, a rarity to come by. And you all make fun and laughter as easy as piggy pie. My little pony, I used to wonder what friendship could be, until you all shared its magic with me. Our friendship's magic, and it's growing all the time. A new adventure waits for us, each day is yours.